Outstanding.
Welcome again to another video. It's your boy Eldorado and Think. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Eldorado Production. For this video, we'll go through 5 budget-friendly studio monitors where you can use for your musical purposes. So bear in mind, all the 5 speakers when we go speak about, they have very similar things, and want to vary at that. Some of them have some different things where I might mention about speakers. As you know, not all speakers are built the same way, even though they are speakers. For this particular video also, the speakers weights vary, the watt vary, a lot of things vary, but bear in mind it's between 150 USD to 250 USD per speaker. First one on this list is KRK Rocket G3, in which this one, what I'm going to talk about now, is a 5-inch speaker of the 3rd generation. You can get the newer version if you like, but for this particular one that I've been using is a Rocket 5-inch speaker, in which it have a 5-inch woofer, 1-inch dome tweeter. It is bi-amped, in which the low frequency is 30 watt and the high frequency is that at the tweeter part 20 watt. It has XLR, TRS and RCA input, a response frequency of 45 Hz to 35 kHz. It is measured at 10 dB per octave. It is front ported. It has control on the box, in which the controls are volume, high frequency level and low frequency level. The dimension of the speaker is 11.2 inch by 7.4 inch by 9.7 inch, and it weighs 17 pounds. Now the things with these speaker, because I'm a user of this speaker, so I can speak on it from experience. This speaker is, it can give you a very clear sound, professional sound, but this is built mostly like for beat makers and DJs who just really want to get something going in a small space. So other than that, if you are working on bass heavy material and your environment is small, like the back of your speakers is close to the wall, this is the right speakers for you. Because for reported speakers, in which I'm going to touch a few of them in this video, they are not consistent, or they don't give you one nice sound when them near wall. So for a person who working in a small room, like a bedroom producer, stuff like that, and you don't have much space, then the front ported KRK Rocket is for you. Second one on this list now is the JBL 305P speakers. Now a quick overview of it. It is a bi-amp reference monitor, dual 41 watt class D amplifiers. It has a 5-inch woofer, as I said before, and neodymium, if I pronounce it right, woven composite tweeter. It's a 1-inch composite tweeter. It has image control waveguide, that broad tweeter that they see up there. It really restrict it from move from left to right. It sound centered regardless. It has a balanced TRS 1/4 inch input at the back. You have XLR input at the back. You have 3 switch. You have the high frequency trim switch, the boundary EQ placement near walls, slipstream low frequency design port at the back, and a select input sensitivity switch. Also, it has a frequency response of 43 Hz to 24 kHz and weighs up to 10.4 pounds. So the thing I can tell you about this speaker, I am using an 8-inch version of this speaker, and I can tell you that the fullness that I really get from this speaker is it's really phenomenal. And you know, me moving while mixing, you know, it's a must. So regardless of the side, if I shift left or shift right, the sounds stay centered. What I can tell you from experience, it is not a bass heavy speaker, but it works more like for imaging while mixing. But I've known people who produce and like build beats on these speakers. So it's just a matter of preference on what you really need. And it's also a rear ported speaker, so you have to be a distance away from the wall while using this speaker. Third on this list is Kali Audio LP6, in which it has a 6.5-inch woofer, a 1-inch soft dome tweeter, by amp Class D amplifier, proprietary waveguide similar to the JBL speaker, low and high frequency trim controls, front firing port just like the KRK, XLR TRS and RCA input connection, and boundary EQ settings. The power rating for this particular speaker is 80 watts, in which the low amplifier is 40 watts and the high amplifier is also 40 watts. The frequency response for this speaker is 39 Hz to 25 kHz, measured at plus 10 decibels per octave. And the weight of this speaker is 15.5 pounds or 7 kg. So what I have known about this speaker, I don't really hear them in reality, but what I can tell you this much is some guys from JBL left JBL and make them own speaker, so they want to put some things in it where, you know, they never get to really put in it and make it a bit a good speaker. However, what I understand from a lot of reviews and a lot of people who really talk about this speaker, I think DreamX uses this speaker. What I can really tell from those reviews, it is a really great sounding speaker. It has a great good bass response, and they are quite fun to mix on also. Fourth on this list is no other than Adam Audio T5V. It is a 5-inch polypropylene, if I pronounce it right, woofer, 1.9-inch UART ribbon tweeter, the waveguides from the S series stereo monitors. They are bi-amped Class D amplifier. They have a total of 70 watt high and low shelf filters, frequency response of from 45 Hz to 25 kHz, and it weighs up to 12.6 pounds or 5.7 kg. Now, what I can really tell you is I have known someone who mixed on these speakers, and what I have known, or what I have told, say him can mix on it really longer than how he would have normally mixed on the other speaker where him used to mix on, and it sounds really clear. Being as a ribbon tweeter, it sounds really clear. It is not as bass heavy as a KRK though, but it has a good bass response in terms of mixing. But for beat making, you will be able to identify the sounds if they are really clean enough to use in your productions, so forth. You can easily identify problems with this speaker. And bear in mind also that this particular model is rear ported speaker, so you really have to have space away from the wall so they can really perform as well as how they should be. Last on this list is Yamaha HS5, in which it have a total output of 70 watts, a 5-inch cone woofer, a 1-inch dome tweeter, room control response switch, high trim, one XLR input, 1/4-inch TRS input, a frequency range of 74 Hz to 24 kHz at -3 dB per octave, and 54 Hz to 30 kHz at -10 dB per octave. The weight is 11.7 pounds or 5.3 kg, and this particular model is rear ported, so it has to be a distance away from the wall for it to function properly. Now, what I can tell you from the usage of this speaker, because I use this speaker on a day-to-day basis for my mixing, and I also use them in the studio. What I can tell you, as I said before, they are hard to mix on if you don't really know them, and the cones are really stiff. They are really much hard to move. But whenever you nail a mix on a Yamaha, may I tell you, really nail it. So in a sense, they are bright, in which the brightness can really trim, but they are flat. They are flat, 100% flat. It has a little bump in the crossover area, so once you get to understand that, you will know how this speaker function. When it comes on to vocals, we can tell it's really nice. When you make beats on it also, you can really hear what you really actually do, and you know, it gives you a vibe also. So in an environment where you have less space, I don't think they are the ideal speaker for you, because they're not supposed to be that close to wall. Even though I see people just put them close to walls, they are really actually great speakers, because I use them for mixing and other things. So those are the 5 budget speakers for your home setup, and thank you for watching this video and taking the time out to really make it to the end of the video. Now, please do share, like, comment, and what other speakers you know are budget friendly that have made this 5 speaker, and I am sure to do another video about it also. So thank you for subscribing. Smash that like button if you do. If you don't, you know what to do. Click on subscribe, the bell, click on all so you can get the notification as soon as I post the videos. So again, thank you for watching. Until next time, it's a boy El Dorado.